Okay, we're just waiting for people to filter in. This is take 2 on the day. We're going to do another blind 6. So shouldn't take long for people to start coming in. We're going to do, I think, more paper this time. So I'm just going to be sitting here tearing this up while we wait for to come in. And honestly, this is just going to create texture. This will all be obliterated and gone. It's about time. I know. I had to clean up a little bit of the mess, Eileen. I really did. It was just like, oh, I'm not sure I can do this in this mess. So I did clean up a little bit of the mess that was going on around here. And now I'm just tearing up the paper because I'm going to add more paper this time. Rather than throw this away, I'll just add more. And it'll have a lot of texture underneath, which will be really cool. So, hi, Kimberly. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Jean. Hopefully this will be enough. Yeah, haven't seen us in a while, huh? I just figured I've already got the mess out and I don't have anything I really have to do for a couple hours. So why not? So here we go. So I'm not going to gesso the page first because I'm going to put all this paper down with matte medium, which in effect does the same thing because they're both acrylic products. So yeah, I don't see that the gesso, I might add, like swipes of gesso later, but yeah, I don't think at this point the gesso is really going to add anything. So hi, Picola. Hi, Christy. You're listening while cleaning. That's probably what I should be doing. All right, need the glue brush. Move to your PC. I hope that's more comfortable for you, Joycey. All right, so we'll just start. And I'm going to try and layer on this time where we get a lot more texture. And this is the Steve Holtz. What the hell? I've been talking too much or something. The Tim Holtz paper, so it's pretty thick to start with. That one doesn't have any underneath it. Yeah, it's pretty thick to start with, so it should do a lot of texture. And we're not going to see it at the end anyway, based on our last little experiment. But it was fun. Oops, got a lock in my chat. So hi, Joycey. I think I've said hi to everybody. Hi, Sharon again. I really do wonder where my matte medium went though, because I never move it, you guys. It always stays right here. And I use the matte medium pretty liberally, so because I don't want these pieces popping up later, you know. And I'm not going to put those same colors that we used the last time back in the color selection because I don't want to be using those colors again. Just saying. What did Eileen say? She mentioned she had pencils I never heard of, and I looked them up on paper pencils. Snore stoppers. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna go back and find that whole tweet fest going on. This would be fun to do with watercolor as well, I think. I'm hoping, and I don't know if it's going to work, but what I'm hoping is that there'll be a lot of edges that will hold some of the color, and yeah, so that's what I'm hoping, and I don't know if it will work or not. We're going to find out. Just like a big old fat jigsaw puzzle going on. I don't care if it's crooked. What do I care? We'll pick the colors here in just a minute. I hope we get a blue this time. I can't believe I didn't pick a blue. I'm sorry, just got here. Is that, yes, I'm using Golden Matte Medium. I'm not, I'm not real picky about matte medium. Dee Dee loves the golden, and I have to say I love it too. And honestly, when I was shopping for the matte medium on Amazon, I don't know if it was that particular day or what, but the difference in the golden and the Liquitex, which is what I've used in the past, was like $3. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and just buy the golden just to give it a try, because it definitely is Dee Dee's favorite. But for what I do, I don't think it really matters. I just really don't. But Dee Dee is definitely a fan of the golden. And there's certainly nothing wrong with it. I mean, I like the way it dries. So yeah. And the thing I would say about art supplies, any art supplies, frankly, is buy what you can afford. Just because I recommend it or Dee Dee recommends it, buy what you can afford or try different kinds, because that's kind of what I do is I try different kinds and see what I like. Just because Dee Dee likes it best doesn't necessarily mean I will like it best, but I have to say Dee Dee will probably have good recommendations. I think you have to find out what you like, what you enjoy doing. I think every one of us would admit openly that we would love to be able to art like Dee Dee. And if all it took was the supplies, I would buy everything she ever said. But the truth of the matter is, Dee Dee has done her time. And that's what the rest of us are doing right now, is we're doing our time so that we can get proficient like she is, because she's got some mad skills, that girl. There are two art store companies in Canada, and I have tried both store brands, Matte Medium, and they're great. They also had Golden, and it's great too. Yeah, I think if you look at the different ingredients that go into many of these products, especially acrylic products, your end result is going to be much the same. There might be some additives that make it behave a little bit differently, but ultimately, you're dealing much the same product. So the difference based on my skill level is not going to be noticeable. I can promise you that. The Liquitex was perfectly adequate for what I was doing. All right. Pull this down. Okay, I'm right at the end of the table here. I almost wish I had more paper, but I'm just going to go ahead and live with this that I got going on. And I tried to keep everything kind of, I'm going to put this one like this and just use the edge of the sheet. All right. Right here, I'll just add another piece. So this is what we got going on. And while this is resting and drying, we'll go ahead and pick out some products. I used to use only golden gesso, but now I'm in love with Finn's heavy gesso. Never tried it. Never tried. I'm not a huge gesso fan. So, hi, Josie again. Yeah, see, Jean, that's how I am. If I was a collage artist, you know, and that was my primary focus, then I would say by all means, buy yourself the best product that you can afford. Collage is not my thing. I mean, you guys have made me do it and I like it okay, but yeah, it's not really my thing. Hi, Safia. How did you miss 3 hours of streaming? I don't know. You must have been sleeping or something. All right, and then I did not put those colors back in. So here we go. I'll get the acrylic paints out again. We'll pick acrylic paint first. Now you got to put up with all that banging and everything because I got to get it out again. I'm going to set this over to the side. Here's a tub of acrylic paint. My eyes are closed. Oh my gosh, we've got brown. Eee. That could be hard because the brown is going to look a lot like the black. Oops. That was bad news bears. Why couldn't I pick a pretty blue? Damn it. All right. Next thing is, what was the next thing? Okay, FW inks. They're here in a drawer. I'm going to pick one. Oh, I'm sorry, Eileen, that is not going to work. That was a shimmery one. We're not doing that. We'll use this blue. Brown, I know. What other? We need an oxide ink. I'm not going to take them all down. I'm just going to reach in and grab one. And I don't know what order they're in, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to reach in and grab one. Ice spruce, which is gray. Oh boy. Magicals. The magicals are weird because they move. Here's the little dish of magicals. I don't know. I've got my eyes closed. Which one sounds good? This one. Oh no, not red. Oh my gosh. Stop cheating. I'm not using that shimmery green. I'm just sorry, I'm not. A spray color. Oh, I have 2 of the purple. We're not using that either. All right, this one. It's never been opened, I don't think. It's not been opened. Let me see if I have 2 of these. Because if I have 2, I'd rather use the one that hasn't been opened yet. I do have 2 of those, so we're going to leave the unopened one. I picked the same color. I just don't want to open one that's already been opened. Because I had 2 of the purples, too. All right, this one we got. Oh, now this could end up being pretty. This one, we picked the vibrant turquoise. So we've got blue, turquoise, red, gray, brown. That's 2, 4, 5. Are we counting the paper as one of our products, Eileen? Don't dig so deep. Ugly colors are always at the bottom. You're probably right, but I'd already smushed it up. So, and does the paper count, or do I need to get another one? Because I probably will grab a gelato or something that I can just draw on top. And I actually like brown. This one's just a little dark. It's raw umber. So it's going to be a little bit dark. Is 6 unless you want to grab something else. See, that's what I was just wondering. Yeah, that's going to be pretty dark, but it's going to make great, if I can keep the creases, it's going to make great edges on this paper. So that could be a good thing. We're not going to discount with it. Yeah, I might have to. No, raw umber should not be dark. As burnt umber, it will be nice with the red. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of see there. But around the edges of the paper, it's going to be awesome. And the matte medium isn't completely dry yet, so no worries. I can wipe it right off. It's not terribly dark, but it's dark. Yeah, and I could tone it down a little bit with the white. All right, what other product would we have that we could use? Let's see. We've got either markers, of course, watercolors coming out of our goofy ears. No, you cannot add other colors. The 6 that you pick are the 6 that you have to use. So I'm just deciding now if the paper is one, but the paper kind of disappears and all it does is add texture, really. At the end of the day, that's all it does. I could add another ink pad. I think I will. I'll just grab into, I have a whole stack of archival ink pads. I'll just grab into there and get one of them. I'll just close my eyes and grab one of them. Okay, whichever one it is French Ultramarine, which, yay, my blue. All right, so that's our 6 products right there. And they're weird. They're going to be weird to use together. And then, like, I can use stamps with black ink, or I can use white, or I can use stencils, or I can use other, excuse me, mediums. But yeah, as far as other products to add color, no, those are the colors that I have to start with. Blue, brown, red will look like a big bruise. I may feel bruised when this is over again. All right. I'm kind of, well, the brown, I really kind of got to wait and use it later. And the red too, because these 2 products are not permanent, so they're going to move. And even when they mix, we might end up with some purple, but it ain't going to be pretty. So these we're going to wait until later. So let's start with, I'm going to have to dry this a little bit because it's still kind of wet. I'm kind of wanting to do the ice spruce first so that the oxide will move up. We can always go back and add it again later, though. So let me dry this real quick. No, I'm not going to cheat, because when I go to bed tonight, I will remember that I'm a cheater. And tomorrow morning when I get up. Now we've got our colors. We're stuck now. Nah, I just feel like if you cheat on something like this, you would cheat on something big. I don't want to do that. All right, it's for the most part pretty dry. All right, we're going to start out by mixing. Yeah, we'll just do some of the oxides because I do love the oxides. So I'm going to go ahead and start with it. And I'm going to spray it with water. And I've got the matte medium on there, so it's not really penetrating anything. It's just really sitting on top, right? But what the water does is makes it oxide. Put one. Oh, you mean no? Yeah, she has hexes on me around the clock. I'm gonna get my pop out chat real quick while that's doing whatever it's gonna do. I probably should have chosen to use a distress ink pad with the oxide because they work really well together. Hex number 190. You think we're on 190 already? We're definitely going to add some of that oxide later too, because I do like the gray. I'm going to try and blow some of these wetter spots with the... I like using a straw. And I can't believe they're going to outlaw straws. No, God, she forgot who to crack them. Exactly. I think I'm going to rub the Archivo ink next, the ultramarine, to give us kind of a base color to start with. I am a blowhard. Can you see how the oxide is starting to oxide over here? The oxide ink pads really are fun. This one's going to be grungy, I think. Taking a while to dry, sorry. But I'm going to put an ink pad on next, so I don't really want to have anything wet on here. I guess I could just dab up whatever little bit is left, because we're probably going to lose most of this anyway. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to this is archival, and it's getting some of the oxide inks on it, so I'm going to have to wipe it. But yeah, it's permanent and waterproof. So wherever it is, it should pretty much stay there. After I give it a good blow job or dry it real good. Hi, Mini Hobby. I knew your name, Mini Hobby. Kelly. Kelly with an extra E. Kelley. I did get some of the oxides on here, so I'm trying to clean that off a little bit. I did. Oh my God. I just do that so that Eileen will say something. Oh, I was right about the name. I'm killing myself over here. Hi, Danina. Y'all are a bunch of dirty old ladies. Well, some of you might not be old. Some of us are. All right, Eileen, tell me what we're doing next. Yeah, Joyce is saying, I'm not. Well, I can't say that, Joyce. How the eyes popped out. Oh my gosh. And you'd think I'd have the good sense to apologize, right? But I don't because I'm not really sorry. Maybe acrylic ink's next. The acrylic ink is this. So let me think how I want to do that. Because I think I'm going to put it on and splat it. I mean, blow. Use a straw and move it. I almost said it again. All right, it's just wet in a couple little places, but it's the oxides that are having a hard time drawing. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do I want it full strength? I can't really mix it with the ink spray. I'm trying to alter the color a little bit, actually, because this is gonna be flipping bright. Since you put it, that's what I'm gonna do. But I don't want big old splots of it, but I guess it's going to be whatever it is, right? Oh, I forgot to shake it. Shake your acrylic inks because they do settle to the bottom. That's okay, Joycey. Or Josie. Not Joycey. There's Joycey and Josie here. Whew, you see windmills? Oh, up in here? Well, it's all backwards for me. Hi, Kayla. Welcome to my channel. We'd have fun here. We just laugh. So yeah, just get ready for Eileen to make you crazy. There's just a little bit. And this one has a lot of white in it that kind of separates. So here we go. I think I'll use the mini mister to water it down just a hair. Now I'm going to blow it. Maybe I don't want to add the water. I'm not going to. You want to know why? Because that Distress Oxide ink is wanting to move. So I don't want it to do that. They look like big old spiders. It's the best place to be. Well, on some days it is, Josie. Some days I wouldn't say that. I'm liking this right now. I really am. Keep in mind, only part of this will remain anyway, right? And I throw the spit in for free. Doesn't cost another cent. This is cool looking. Very cool looking. What are you saying? Oh my God, for now, the spit? Oh my God. Spit isn't that bad. Well, I appreciate you coming, Kayla. And if you can't watch while you're here, yeah, check out the recording later. Sounds like heavy equipment outside. All right, I want to add another one up here. This is actually really cool looking right here. What will I do when they ban plastic straws? I don't know. I might join a commune or something. I don't know. I'll hang on to my plastic straws. Oh, but I don't have anything out for delivery, so it shouldn't be the UPS guy. Oh, it's Robert Vaughn coming home. Okay. Now I might do the spray next. What do you think, Eileen? What do you think I ought to do next? I've definitely got to dry this because I don't want this to move. I like this so far. But they will ban those also. They're going to ban everything. So what the hell? Or buy them on the black market and start being a straw pusher. Hi, honey. I'm still arting.
How are you?
So far, so good. Eileen has a hex on me, and I've been arting for hours.
Eileen, what?
Has a hex on me, and I've been arting for hours.
No.
They look like estuaries. I probably will, Linda. Hi, by the way. All right. Need to dry this. Did you get her all done, honey?
Got her done.
Good boy. You what?
Had to mow it twice. It clumped up real bad.
It was so bad. Yeah. Well, we've had so much moisture. I'm not surprised. You're smothering. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, spray next. I'm wondering if I should do the spray through a stencil. I'm thinking I'm going to. Just don't know which stencil. Honestly, I mean, I care about the environment, but I was just sitting here thinking about that whole straw thing. I care about the environment, I really do, but I honestly think that banning straws, I mean, I would rather see them get rid of the plastic water bottles. Like, I think that's a much bigger pollution issue than a freaking straw. Like, are you kidding me? Sorry, just went off there for a minute. Go back to your happy subject. It looks like that a topographic map, doesn't it, Dorothy? But it's going to go away here in a minute. We'll only have parts of it left. All right, while this finishes drying, I'm going to find a stencil that I want to spray through. And it kind of has to be a full page stencil because it's a spray, you know, like it's hard to control. So let's see what big stencils we've got. This one could be good. That one's leaves too much going through. That one could be fun. All right. Keep in mind we're spraying, so I don't want to, you know, like the last one. Don't know. Let me look here. That one's kind of fun. Definitely don't want the hearts. Don't want circles.
The kid bring the key back.
Yes, and he said that the back door down to the laundry room, when he went down there, I don't know what he was doing down there, but he said that door had been left open. It was locked, but it was open.
Okay.
So I went over and shut it. He said I pushed it closed, but he said I was scared to shut it. I don't know if they had it open for a reason.
Yeah.
So I went over and shut it.
Good. So you locked it up.
Yes, it's all locked up now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, honeycomb. Well, that's too open. Let's see. This one might be fun too.
I'll sit out here on the porch for a minute.
Okay, hon. I agree. Need to get rid of plastic water bottles too, but actually, with all the fast food places and coffee places with smoothies. Well, that's true, but I think the water bottles are much bigger environmental issues. That's just my feeling. I think we need to rethink a lot of things, but yeah, I think banning straws is just redonkulous. Just looking what I think is going to be the best. I think I like the chevron one better. Hi, Joan. More bottles are recycled. Well, that's true. Maybe in larger areas. Australia has recycling for almost everything. I mean, when you go to a trash receptacle in Australia, there's 3 choices: garbage, trash, and recycle. Of course, I don't get out much, and I'll be the first to admit that. But yeah, you don't see that so much in the States. You really don't. All right, this will tie it all together, but not cover up too much what is below it, because I'm liking right now what is kind of below it. So we're going with this one. Eileen didn't give me permission. I'm a little nervous right now, and this is a stencil I cut off. You recycle them too. Yeah, and see, you know, you have to remember, I live in Oklahoma, in backwoods Oklahoma, where, yeah, we don't, they don't have recycled trash cans, and yeah, it just is what it is. All right. Before I spray, I want to see what kind of nozzle this one has. Some of them are great, some of them suck. All right, here we go. I'm going to do it dark in places and light in places. All right, that's as much as we're going to use. Maybe. All right. I should have gotten another piece of paper out here to blot this crap off on, right? Yeah, I've got some right here. That's watercolor paper. That's all right. We can do that. Maybe some of the bigger communities down here do it, but here on Monkey Island, yeah, you're not going to get that. There's the start of the next page. Throwing this in the sink, don't want it all over everything. All right, here's our page so far. I probably should have, before I did this, I probably should have gone over the paper with the black or the brown, dark brown acrylic, because I've still got to add that. Well, and I know that some of the plastic straws on your beaches is a big problem. Okay, now see, that's something I don't even know. So maybe I just better shut up. How about that? Just shut up, girl. You don't know nothing. See, that's just it. When we would, used to go on picnics or camping or anything like that, we always left wherever we stayed cleaner than when we got there. We had to clean up other people's trash. Why don't people do that now? Why would you throw your garbage out for somebody else to have to deal with? That's ignorant. There you go. They're lazy, yeah. Do I know where the UPS guy is? Probably at the donut shop with the cops. I don't know. All right, now I've got to figure out. I know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to use another stencil. I already got my idea. So I can use my brown paint. Yeah, that was always my parents' rule. You have to leave it better than when you got there. I think that was a great stencil to pick because you can still see the other background really nice, and the design is not too overwhelming. Not here, Dorothy. Milk is all in plastic. I don't even know about our home delivery, if you can even get home delivery. I would return glass bottles, though. All right, somewhere in my salt thing, I'm really liking this one, you guys. Now, this is my colors. I like the paper showing through, so I'm not going to add too much more of anything, really, because I am loving right now the paper showing through. For real, I'm liking this one so far a lot. So I'm going to find in my stencils, I have a stencil somewhere, and I've seen it, so I know I have it. And you guys have seen it too because it's sold at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and it is the crackle one. Has the crackle on it. In fact, I maybe already had it out. I don't know. Let me check. It's one of my very favorite stencils for sure. Nope. Oh, you know what I could do instead? I might have just changed my mind. And I've never used this. I got it at the Hobby Lobby sale for $1.50. Can't beat that, right? Is use the brown and put some lettering here and there. Either that or, no, I'm going to stamp the world, I think. All right. We're going to use the brown with some letters with this. Hopefully we'll like it. We're not going to do much though. And I need a new makeup sponge. Now this, you can actually read the words on the stencil. I don't want to be able to read anything. This neither what is today, what might be tomorrow, and what was yesterday and the day before that. Yeah, see, I'm not interested in reading all that crap. So we'll just put like Form and Beauty up here. This really isn't as dark as I thought it was. When it came out of the tube, I was like, holy crap, that's going to be dark. But it's really not. It's okay. Yeah, you can you guys see that? Let me turn off this because I know you guys get a glare. Yeah, we're going to do that. Actually, it's so light that I could probably get away with doing the whole dang stencil, but I'm not going to. And I'm just using the same part of the stencil over and over because I don't necessarily care if you can read the words. This could actually be a little bit darker, but it's okay. It's a-okay. I'm going to move this in just a little. Need some more paint. Hashtag it's all Eileen's fault, I'm sure. Sharon. Yeah, if I'd used that crackle stencil that I was going to, you probably wouldn't see this at all. And you're not seeing it a huge amount now. All right, here in a second, we're going to get some pops of red because I'm going to put the magicals on it. Okay, can you guys see it okay now? You can't really see that brown a whole lot, can you? That's okay with me, though. I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm going to add just one more. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll have to add. Here where it's a little bit light, I'll put some. We're going to add some black, though, too. So, and white, probably. Have no idea what we'll ultimately end up using as the focal point on this, so be thinking about that. Maybe I should stamp that world next. any here in the middle? Kind of need some in the middle. And a little bit down here, and we'll call it done. You can't see it? I can see it a little bit. It's not huge. I could have probably darkened it with a little bit of black, but I'm going to add black here in a minute. So just really adds a little bit extra texture is all. And you can't read it, so that's good. I didn't want you to be able to read it. So you can too see it. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Spread out pretty good. Yeah, threw it right in the sink. Woohoo! Just like a Frisbee. Went right in there. All right, so we've used the brown. We've used the acrylic ink. We've used the spray. I'm almost tempted right now to go ahead and add back some of the oxide. We've lost some of it. I think I'm going to go ahead right now after this is dry and add back some of the oxide. Don't you think? You can't wait for the red? Shut up, Eileen. I'm trying to think how to add it without. I can always just add red splats. Right? Oops. I got to tape that down. I've done that a couple different times. All right. But I think I'm going to add some of the oxide gray back in here. Red heart? Well, no, see, the red is the magicals. And so the magicals are really, really, really hard to control. Really hard. I could always just add the reds, water it down and add just red splatters. That might be what I end up doing. Because I want to add the oxide back in. I'm liking this really a lot just the way it is, honestly. Looking funky? Yeah, it is. And the paper isn't working exactly like I hoped. I wanted to be able to see the edges of the paper. So I'm not sure how I can accomplish that, but I'm still going to try. All right, here we go. There is no R in magicals. Magicals. Isn't that what I said? Magicals? So right now I'm going to go ahead and add this back on top. Okay. The sprays might move, and that's okay with me.
I'm going down lanes for a minute.
Okay, hon. Yeah, it's picking up a little bit of the sprays, but we're not going to worry about it. I'll wipe it off. I just want some of that oxide to come back up. These are pretty colors. I do like these colors a lot. No R equals red. Oh, okay. You can still see some of the bare paper down at the bottom. And I kind of like that right now, where everything's just not completely covered up. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm going to clean off this distress pad real quick. Should I spray it one more time, Eileen, and get that oxide moving? Because then the stencil is also going to move. So I think I might add a little bit of water, but from a great distance. And it might run a little. Yeah, it'll make it all less perfect. So that's not horrible. Yep, that made it change, didn't it? All right, I'm not going to mess it up too bad. Now I wish I had a darker brown. Yeah, that helped, right? Well, another thing I could do is in places if I wanted to, like right here, where it's real dark, if I didn't want that, I could pick it up. But I could pick it up in places too. But I think I'm not going to. I think I'm going to leave it. Because I'm going to add black, I think, next. I didn't choose gold. I can't use it unless I'm cheating. Another thing that might be fun is if I use that same stencil that I sprayed going this way, put it this way and rub it back. That would look kind of cool, maybe. Would obliterate that overall pattern, which I did just do a little bit, make lines with a card. I can do that with the black. I was thinking with the black, I might use the world map stamp. Can you mix some black with the brown for a darker brown? Yes, that would not be cheating. I can alter the colors that I use, but I can't choose another color. But I'm just not sure. Now that I have movable products on here that I could go around, I probably should have done that first. With the darker brown, go ahead and edge the papers. But yeah, you can alter the colors that you choose. All right, I'm gonna dry this. I'm liking it. I'm thinking I might pick up some of that. But I do like the dark and the light, so I'm leaving it. Wherever there's a puddle, it gets sprayed or blown. The red's going to turn purple, probably. The only way I could prevent that, and I think this isn't against the rules, is if I went ahead and sprayed it with a fixative like I did the last time. You know I'm doing that, Eileen, so it dries faster. That's why I'm doing that. Yeah, because if I spray it now, like if I use the red now, it is going to mix. The gray and the blue and the distress color, the spray color, and the magicals are going to mix and make probably a pretty muddy color. But I could spray it and stop that. Nope, not dry yet. Sorry. Those oxides take a while to dry after you wet them. Hi, CB, we're still here. Eileen convinced me to do a second page, and I figured I wasn't doing anything anyway, so there was no reason not to. All right, I'm going to go ahead if there's anything that's going to move now. Now I've just got to decide, do I want to spray it to keep the colors that I put on top from moving? Just thinking. If I want to add some white, I think I might add some white. Like bubbles at this point. Just thinking. Because if I add the white now and then I do the magicals on top, I have the potential of ending up with pink. So I'm trying to decide right now when is the appropriate time. If I add the white now, some of these colors are going to mix in with that. I'm thinking it's time to spray it. Because then my white's going to stay white. But the magicals have the potential to change that. All right, we're spraying it at this point, so nothing from this point on will move. There's a lot of things you got to think about here, man. You used what the other night on a project? I'm going to go spray this. I'll be right back. Save your answer. It'll only take a second. All right, no guarantees, but that should keep anything underneath from moving now. So we can start building again rather than let it go cuckoo on us. All right, let's do some white. Bubble wrap in the Poodle Kids. All right, is that enough white, you think? I think so. Group, sorry. You like the white bubble wrap now? Kind of broke it all up a little bit, didn't it? Put some just up here on the edge. All right. Yeah, and actually, I maybe didn't let it sit long enough, but it did. That white may go ahead and pick up some of that blue because look, it did on the bubble wrap, which is fine. And this one, if we do splats, it's almost going to have to be black. I'll go ahead and do some lines with the, I do want some black now. And then we'll add the red. Or we can do the red next, whichever. But we got to do some red. Because that's the rules. You got to use what you pick. The red is making me a little nervous, I have to say. Making me nervous. We'll put more white out if we need it. I hate having active paint just waiting for an accident to happen, man. Do the red, then cover it up with the black. Okay, I vote for you, Eileen. I mean, I'm going to be very judicious with the red here. This is called Queen of Hearts Red. I'm freaking out right now a little bit. Oh, I need the light on so I can see when this stuff starts flowing. There's a little bit there. A little bit over here. A little bit there. A little bit up there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have a little bit someplace else. Down here in this corner. This corner's boring. All right. Let's see how it goes. No, we won't get purple now because I sprayed it with fixative. So hopefully, now I do have a curve in the paper, so that's going to be a weird thing with the metals. Now it just looks like red splots. Put a lot on there. Okay, she's saying put a lot on there. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait. Right now, while I can, I'm going to... The products underneath are still moving, even with the fixative. She's saying put a lot. I don't know about her. Yeah, as soon as I added the water, the products underneath started moving. Are you jacking with me, Eileen? Oh my God, this girl. All right, here's what we're going to do, Eileen. I hope I'm not going to be sorry, but this is a big old fun experiment anyway, so who cares, right? Just more water. No, I like a lot. I think she's jacking with me, you guys. I really do. But here's what we're going to do. And remember, there's oxides under there that are going to move everything. So here we go. We are doing drippage. And look at the oxides are changing the color of it. Oh, it looks like blood. It's too late to pick it up, though. You liked it before I let it drip? Oh, well. Hang on, I got to clean this up, or it's going to end up everywhere. It kind of looks some places like grape Kool-Aid. All right, there's a couple places that I want more drippage, so we're just jacking with it now. Looks like a crime scene after Eileen kills the flamingos, for sure, CB. Jean, you're not a fan of drippage either? See, I am a fan of drippage. I love drippage. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little drippage going on here. We ended up with a lot of lines, right? Between the straws that when I blew the product and this, we ended up with a lot of lines. Now, I'm going to take, wish I had a bigger paper towel. I am not going to leave it this dark. I'm really not. Like I like that there, but I'm not going to leave it this dark, I don't think. I'll pick some of it up here and there. Definitely at the top. I don't want all that up there. And we did end up with pink dots. Sure, I like that at all. I definitely am cleaning up some of that up there. Yuck. It does look like a crime scene. It really does. Needs more drippage. Well, I could do drippage in a different color, but the red is just like, ouch, man, that hurt. I'm toning it down a little bit. I really am. I'll leave some dark, but yeah. Yeah, the drippage was just too crazy. I'm surprised that the color still moved after I sprayed it. And it could have been that I didn't leave the fixative long enough. That's probably why. If I'd have blown it dry and really heat set it, that I wouldn't have had so much color moving, because that fixative, as a rule, works pretty good. This is a damn mess now. Now it's finally looking good. You thinking? Now it's finally looking good. I'm not sure that I believe you. The napkin's pretty, though. All right. I think we've used all of our products. We used the brown. We used the blue. We used the Distress Oxide multiple times. We used this. I think it all went away, though. We used the spray. We used the Magicals. I think we used everything. Yeah, we did. We used everything. Now, we just have to decide. It definitely needs some black now. Something to kind of tie it all back together for me. I could use black on the edge of a card. I do need to dry it though right now. I do need to do that. Yeah, you covered the red. Well, I tone the red down quite a bit, and when it dries, it's not going to be quite so bad. That's for sure. It's not going to. 5:15. Yep. It's only 3:15 here, but I got to be done in about 45 minutes, so I can get us some dinner. Yeah. See, now that I'm knocking that back, yeah, now that I'm knocking it back, it's not so bad. I do want some splatters, so I don't know if I want black splatters. Yeah, a little purple, not bad though. It's okay. Same blue ink and black dots. Same blue ink. If I'm going to add more of any color, it would be the brown, honestly. I wish there was some way. This is what I really wish. is that there was some way I could go around either with my finger or something and get around the edges and get that brown ink in the creases around the original paper I put down. That's honestly what I wish I could do, but I don't think I can do it. I'm not sure how I could do it. I'm going to have to experiment with that because that's in fact what I would like to do. Let me do down here in the corner and see. It would help if that was a little bit more liquid. Oh, I'll add the black to it. Hello, McFly. And I can wipe it off too. Got too much on here. See, and I can't wipe it too much because all the color on top would come off. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about. See how that brown went in that crease down there? I should have done that before I put any of the removable products on. Yeah, that's what I had to do, is get that down, get it done before the removable products got on there. I'll show you here. I'm just going to go ahead and do this corner. Can you see what I'm talking about there, where the edge of the papers are turned more dark brown? I like that. I like that a lot. Because I could wipe all the red off. But yeah, I like that. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do the whole sheet that way anyway. Yeah, I'm still here, Norma. Hi. Yeah, spray wouldn't work either. But yeah, I wish I could do the whole thing. But see, the problem is it starts moving the movable product, and that's not what I want. So, yep, not going to work. Eileen, give me an idea what we're doing. I'm just cleaning up the edges now where that paper went off the edge. Normally I'd get out my X-Acto and the cutting mat, but yeah, I'm getting lazy now. All right. There. Now it looks a little cleaner. Or blue. I don't know. I think you should have put the paper pieces on, putting matte medium on only on the back, and then went over the edges with the brown and then did glare. Well, but Jean, the whole paper would have turned brown. I would have had to rub like hell on the mat, put a stencil on it and use the white. Well, but the white is going to suck up the other colors. So you're going to end up with pink. Do you realize that? See how we've got the pink up here? You want more of that? I don't. I'm thinking just some black elements and come up with a theme and color today. I agree with use white a little bit. Pissy. See, that's the problem, is now that we've got the red magicals on there, we're not getting white again. I could do the black bubble wrap and get some black, repeat an element only in a different color. That might be nice. You think I need to paint it all black and remove circles through a stencil? Okay, Jean, see, that's not going to work either. You guys, you have to remember that I've got movable product on top of it. So I can't do like a removal technique at this. You can't do that, Eileen, because if I do that, I'm going to remove the movable layers. You know what I'm saying? I would end up with a black sheet. It won't work. The fixative did not work the last time. Look it didn't work. So yeah, I'm not going to paint the whole thing black. It's not going to work. Not going to work. Telling you, not going to work. Not going to work. And actually, you guys, it is prettier than it looks on camera. I don't know how to get you guys to see that the blues and stuff, it does need a darker color. I'm ready to say it needs a darker color for sure. What's a movable layer mean? The magicals and the Dylusion inks are not permanent. So anything I put on top of it now will move these two products. Well, and the oxide ink. And I have a layer of oxide ink on here. And I did the spray fixative to try and set it, and I maybe didn't let it set long enough. But I'm wanting, I think at this point, to add some black. I want some black. I'm just not sure if I should put it through a stencil, if I should stamp it. I'm kind of thinking maybe stamp it. I'm just not sure how much black I want. Do I want to use like a background stamp? Let me see what background stamps I've got available over here. I've got a ton of background stamps. Let me see. Background. Here we got a bunch of background. I'll show you all the background stamps we've got. We've got a bunch of small ones that would work well. We'll just do a little background stamp tour. There's some. There's the honeycomb. There's some splats. I could do the coffee and ink splats. There's some text. There's some flowers. And what is this? Oh, that's like a newspaper. It's only paper, for goodness sake. Yeah, there's some more text. That one might not be bad. This one might not be too bad either. Black with the butterflies. That one might not be bad. There's some text. Here's some crackle. Maybe black crackle. No, because I know what's going to happen, Eileen. I know what's going to happen. Those products are going to move, and then I end up with a whole page of just black. I know. If you know it's going to happen, hello, McFly. We're going to use the black. And I can use black ink pad. Where did I put the black ink pad? Here it is. I know what's going to happen, you guys. You do not know, but Jean and I do. All right, down here where I wiped off, where I wanted that showing, and I wiped it off, look what happened. All the movable product left. Every bit of it. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, I like this. The crackle will add dimension. Yes, it will. And I definitely got to add something back down there since I did that crackle thing down there. Yeah, that helped a lot. But the colors are there. I don't think it's going to work. I know it's not going to work. All the splatters, wherever I rub back this run of red, that's going away. It's going away. It's going away. Now I'm going to add the colors won't be there though. That's what I'm saying. Ooh, she's making me crazy. Now I don't know what one this came out of. Maybe this one. It can go back in here. What do I care? Oh my God, forget the red. Who needs it? But what am I going to do with a whole page of a black? Because remember, if I do that, the bulk of the page then becomes black. Jean, help me. Maybe I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I wish you know what? I could try a bit of it because I could end up cutting the sheet down if we don't like it. But all right, I'll just cut this. I'll cut it 8.5 inches. We're going to do an experiment, okay? We are doing an experiment. That's it. We're ending up with an 8.5 by 8.5 inch sheet. And we're going to do what they wanted on the other one. And I will be the first to admit if I'm wrong, okay? We're doing an experiment. Think Paula. I am thinking Paula. Okay, here's 8.5. So we're cutting the page down, and I know which end I want cut off. So, all right. There's 8.5. All right. Paint it black. Use a circle stencil. Rub the black off through the circles. Yeah, I know what you're saying. And we're going to do it. We are absolutely going to do that little thing that you guys want to do. Because this will now be one of the finished pieces of art. This one is the size of an ATC. Yeah, so I can actually use that for the back of an ATC. Yeah, I'm going to have the stencil ready. Do we want to do the stencil? I mean, the circles, or do we want to do like the honeycomb? We can also do the honeycomb and have the baby wipes ready because I'm trying to think which circle stencil I've got that will work well with this. Maybe I don't need, well, that's too small. That's not going to work. All right. Now this one wouldn't be bad because it would only leave a little bit of black. Here's a circle stencil, but that's going to leave too much black. The dangle stencil. I'm looking for a circle stencil. Maybe I don't have one. Maybe I need to buy one. All right, this one would also work well with that technique. I think you wouldn't have so much black. Here's the circle one that I was thinking of. But that's going to leave a lot of black. Okay, I can do a star one too. Yeah, those are your choices for circles. All right, get the baby wipes out. This one I can't use since I cut it down. It's too big. This one's too big. So those are not good choices. That one's, now look, I've made a mess. Damn it. An experiment is a great way to learn new things. I think so too, Norma. The big circles on the small sheet though, it's probably not a good choice since I cut it all down, Eileen. It's really not. All right. She says big circles. We're doing it her way because this is I'm going to prove Eileen right or wrong. Okay. That's what we're doing here. So we're going to leave this one like it is because I can always go back and do it, right? So I'm going to do the big circles. Do circles with bottle tops. Bottle tops? What the hell? Okay, so we can get 2 rows of circles out of this. All right. I've got the baby wipe ready. I've got the paintbrush ready. And you've got to let it dry for a little while.
Going to Donnie Smith's to look at Mary's car. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I won't have dinner going until after 5. If you're going to be here long after 5, call me.
Okay,
Please.
I will.
Okay. Bye.
Shouldn't be. Bye.
Okay. All right. We are ready with yeah, you have to leave the black dry a little bit. So you cover the whole thing with your black paint. And you have to move somewhat fast here. Get good coverage. I have to get some more black paint out. That's poor planning. One thing with the black paint over it, you can definitely see the paper where the paper's glued down. All right. We'll let that dry for just a minute. Not real long, because really you're going to bust your ass getting that black paint off. And I'm getting black paint everywhere. This is fun. You're on the edge of your seat. All right. Let it dry for a minute. Get out a fresh baby wipe. My baby wipes are even dirty. That's pitiful. Pitiful. All right. I guess I'm going to have to clean up that black. I put too much out, but I'm going to have to clean it up because I'm going to get the stencil in it if I don't. Look at how much magicals are around here, trashing everything out. Yikes. Yeah, I lost my rag too. All right, it's getting about time. It's almost dry. Rub, rub, rub. Yep, I'm ready to rub, rub, rub. I can still see that it's wet though. Start rubbing. I'm doing that right now. Ooh, these are juicy baby wipes. I can't baby wipe real hard. Oh, the water's going underneath. If I like it, I'll do the whole page that way. Baby wipe too juicy. See what I'm saying? There's just too much black left. And then I'd have to, what am I going to do on top of that? I mean, I knew that there'd still be color left on there. Because, I mean, I've seen the technique done before. I really have. and it would probably look just as cool. All right, since we're just playing anyway, and we've already actually completed the challenge, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Now do the spots in white. Yeah, see, I think that's just too much black. Now she's saying do spots in white. Don't need much, believe me. The honeycomb, yeah, see, that's what I think. The honeycomb that you just have a little bit of black left, I think that would be preferable. Well, we've seen what this looks like. There you go. We can just use the same one again. Now this actually, I don't mind that, where the black is on and then rubbed completely back off, because it stayed in the creases in some places and made it look very cool. I like that. Yeah, see where it's left like the black at the edge of that paper? Maybe that's what I want to end up doing, is just putting black over the whole thing, wiping it off. I'm thinking that's what I want to do. And anywhere there's texture, you know, where there's brush strokes or something, it stays black. I'm about ready to do that. And then if the red goes away, I'm okay with the red going away too. I really am. That's what we're doing. Paint the damn thing black and go make dinner. Okay. Does anybody else think it appears as though Eileen has had enough of my BS for one day? It would certainly appear that way to me. All right, we're going to just paint this whole bad boy black. And I should title this one, How to Recover a Disaster. Okay? Do not use red magicals with ice spruce oxide inks. Do you think she's hyperventilating over there, Sophia? And you can't, you know, I pretty much understand. You cannot let this dry very long. It's got to dry for a minute or two, but don't let it dry. See, I like that you can see all the paper. Now, I love that. She just a tad irritable? Nah. Smooch, Eileen. Now we're all better. Title it Art Experiments That Worked Out. Well, we still have this one that we can do the honeycomb on if we want. Oops, now I'm in the white. See, I knew I would end up doing that. All right, put that in the water. Look at my hands. Look at this. Ah. All right, let's get, I'm thinking I might want to go get a couple of paper towels rather than use baby wipes for this, but that's all right. I'll just use the baby wipes. All right, I'm going to wait until the sheen goes off of this a little bit. But isn't that cool where all the paper is glued down? I think that's way cool looking. So maybe we'll end up with that. What did you miss? Oh my God, Sharon, don't even ask. Well, if you like that, then just leave it like Eileen said. You didn't realize I was OCD. I have a little bit of OCD tendencies. It's not about cleanliness. It's about things being orderly. I mean, yeah, my house is not immaculate. I'm not worried about, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, some things make me a little bit nervous. And I'll be the first to admit it. That's why, like, if I'm going to draw a line, I'm going to draw it with a ruler. Why not just do it right the first time? Just get it straight and get it done right. You know, that's kind of my OCD. And I like to go into things with a plan. That's why I said this sort of stuff makes me a little bit nervous because I don't have a plan in the end. And I think that's why drawing is my favorite pastime, because you go into it with a plan. You know what you're going to end up with. If you're drawing a teddy bear, you're going to end up with a teddy bear. That's kind of the OCD I have. And that's why this is a little unnerving for me. But I'm willing to do it. I mean, I find it great fun. It just makes me a little uneasy. That's all. And there's nothing wrong with being uneasy. You live through it. Doing this isn't going to kill you. All right. See, it didn't work out, but I got rid of that red crap. I maybe didn't let it dry long enough. I don't know. All right. We'll do the honeycomb thing. Well, it did show up some of the cracks. So, and that's really what I wanted. I wonder if I let it dry longer. What do you think? Yeah, who needs a plan when you've got Eileen yelling at you from the corner? Isn't that the truth? But it's like taking a trip. Like, I know there are some people who will just set out on a trip without any real plans. I kind of like to have a plan. I like to know how far we're going to go today. We did keep some of the reds, so we didn't eliminate it completely. One blowjob and show you cracks. Well, now that I've rubbed all the movable stuff off, why can't I just go around the pages with this? I am organized for the most part. I've kind of lost a little bit of it in my old age. You know, as I get older, I'm a little bit less organized than I was when I was younger. But I will also say too, the older I get, the less it bothers me. Like when I had the kids at home, there is no way one, my house could look like my house looks right now. Groceries, just so many things. So I will say, as I've gotten older, I've gotten better. Undoubtedly. Things don't bother me like they used to, for sure. Now it's just turning into a big old experiment. Whatever we end up with, I don't care. Because I'm just trying to figure out a way to show the edges of the paper. Leave that. Now you see it, now you don't. But even with like mealtime, I used to have a plan. I had to know what my groceries were, what we were eating, what I needed to take out of the freezer today, and I've really backed off on a lot of that. So, and I think it's actually healthier for you not to have to live so structured. I really actually do believe that. Just go with the flow a little bit. Who cares? What is happening now? I'm getting paint down in the cracks, and I'm gonna wipe it all back here in a minute, hopefully. I like the paper pieces. I'd like you to be able to see those more. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. I'm sure somebody's figured it out before me, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know. And I'm using the brown that was one of my color choices. So I'm trying to get it shoved down in the cracks so when I wipe this back, it doesn't come with it. I'll just go over the top of it real easily. And Eileen has passed out. So would somebody go over to the corner and give Eileen mouth to mouth and hand her a bottle of scotch? Because I'm sure she has just absolutely passed out by now. Hyperventilated, passed out, maybe still breathing on the floor. Because when I started this, it was really with the idea that I wanted the layers of paper to be very obvious. Can you guys, guys can't see it, I don't think, real well. I can. So that's what's going on here. Now I'm going to take a baby wipe and wipe off as much of the brown off the top of the papers as I can. You'll go to the corner with the scotch. Thank you, Sharon. Ooh, mouth to mouth. No, I think I'll pass. You wouldn't save Eileen's life, Jean? That's horrible. That is horrible. You should be willing to save Eileen's miserable life. Come on. And this may have been a big old waste of time. I don't know. I'm just hoping that if I'm more judicious about wiping the paint off, that I might be able to keep some in the cracks. That's all. Yeah, see, like right there, that's what I'm wanting, is where you can see that where there's that depth where the paper isn't. Paula is here. She will give you heck for doing the circles. Is Paula here? Hi, Paula. Oh my gosh, you have missed a lot. I'm doing your wipe back technique the wrong way, and Eileen is probably never going to let me forget it. But look see, that's what I was wanting, where you could see the tiles of paper. Can you see that? That's kind of what I was wanting. Or paint in the brush strokes. I don't necessarily want it to be dark and gloomy, but I didn't know any other way to manage this without, doing it this way. This isn't horrible now. This is actually, I like this better right now than I've liked it since the beginning when we started, where you can see the cracks. Everyone needs paint in their cracks. See, that's what I think too, CB. That's probably why we get along so well. Nothing wrong with a little paint in your paper cracks. See, now I think that looks way cooler, where you can see the layers of the paper. This is how this was what I more envisioned going in, is that when I piled up all that paper, that what we did on top of it would actually become apparent. And now I think I've accomplished that more than I had up until this point. Now, what I'm going to do on top of this, I have no clue. But it's looking old and gnarly, and I'm liking that a lot. Okay, Eileen, I'm not kidding. Would somebody take a screenshot where Eileen says it looks a lot better now? I need a screenshot of that. It's kind of like just, do you remember the old antiquing technique for furniture? People used to make furniture look antique by doing this sort of thing, painting it all one color underneath and then adding, you know, a walnut stain or something on top of it. That's kind of what this is reminding me of. Yeah, and I think by paying attention, I think I'm getting a little bit better at it. Don't rub the cracks so hard. Or pull the paint into the crack, I guess. I'm not going to spend all night doing this. But yeah, now you can kind of see my idea of what I really, really had in mind. So how's everything, Paula? But hey, I just got some new books, so you're happy. Did you get watercolor books, Paula? I've got a couple in my Amazon cart right now that I just haven't hit the buy checkout button. But yeah, I'm trying to talk myself out of them actually. Because until I've actually used the ones I've got, how many do I need? Blah, blah, blah. You know what? Yeah. You guys have been there, done that? All right. What do we want to do on top of this now, Eileen? I'll go back to listening to Eileen now for 2 minutes. Do you still want white splatters? I'm not sure what I want to do. All right. Well, this one's just sitting aside. Let's do the black. And I'll do the white back with the honeycomb. And I think this will be more what kind of Jean maybe had in mind. It'll leave a little bit of black, but we'll take most of it off. You want me to put red back on? Oh. All right, I'll just go ahead and use the brown with the black. It's all going to look about the same anyway. I had to cut my art apart, Paula, to do an experiment for Eileen and Jean. And I think I was right, actually. With all the circles underneath it, it would have been unusable, in my humble opinion. All right. We'll let that dry. You're thinking you're still right. You like that circle art. I didn't like it. I've used all my baby wipes, but I have another pack. No fear. We got to let that dry now. I'm not sure that blowing it dry would be a good thing. So let's just let it air dry for a minute. It's craft paint, so it should dry quickly. My house will never be the same. I do know that. You like the circles? The circles need to be grunge. No, you just needed a better circle stencil, one without the circles all lined up in various size circles, not all the same size. I think it just left too much black. So now you're saying I need to buy another stencil. It's always something, always something. All right, let's try the honeycomb one. That will, actually, where's the one, the thick one? I'll like this one better, I think. Yeah, I'll use this one. And just move it as I need. Yep, another stencil. Yep, I'm going to squeeze the excess water out of this baby wipe, because otherwise it's going to go over the underneath the stencil. All right, I'm going to blow this just for a second, or dry this just for a second. Oh my God, you're going to have a panic attack. Why are you having a panic attack, Paula? Don't be going around having panic attacks. It's all good. If it doesn't work, we're throwing it away. We don't care. Now, see, this stencil I would have done it with, all right, where you don't leave quite so much black. But the circle stencil left too much black. Sorry. Now I need to find out why Paula's having a heart attack or a panic attack. Because I blew that dry. See, and if I wanted to spend a ton of time getting this just perfect, I could do that too. Just going to rub through the paper. Now I've got a layer of matte medium on there. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going down to the matte medium and that's all. They're just giving me crap. Non-stop crap. And see, this one I didn't squeeze out, so I've got way more moisture here than I need. You dried it with the heat gun. When it was already too dry, you were going to peel the paper off. No, I'm not. It's all good. I couldn't put the stencil down while the paint was still wet. Golly. I mean, I've seen Paula where she literally had to stand up and rub her butt off. I'm not having to do that. I remember her saying, you got to put your shoulders into it. All right, see? Did that not work out? And she dried it. And that was because she left it too long. And Paula, Janet did a blow. Shut up. This is only craft paint. If it was like the heavy body paint, I probably would have done it a little bit differently, because this is just cheap ass craft paint, you guys, on a layer of matte medium. If this was on just regular paper, you could not do this like this. Okay, I had a layer of matte medium on there, so it's really just sitting on top of the paper. No, by now I would have been rubbing holes in just regular mixed media paper. So you got to know what's going on underneath. Blow job and shake. I obviously need to. What did I do wrong, Paula? I didn't forget, but I will not argue with you. You do need to stream again. I think that's it. Isn't that the white back technique? I haven't watched your video in a long time, so. But I think that's what it was about. But yeah, you do need to stream again, Paula. I forgot everything. I need Paula to come back. All right, wrong way. But yeah, I could just keep rubbing this the rest of the day, I guess, if I wanted. And the longer you let it dry, the harder it's going to be, obviously. I only dried it until the obvious wet paint went away. So there. I still like, where's mine? I still like this better. I like that though, it's okay. But I like this better. Sorry. Now I just have to figure out what I'm going to put on top of it, but it's 4 o'clock and I needed to go about then. So I can get cleaned up in time for dinner. Yeah, Patty said she might stream later on. She might have some more pigments or something. I'm going to go ahead and use up this white with the splatters. Where's my mini mister? I'll water this down again. Oh, I've got baby wipe juice over here I can use. All right, here we go with some white splatters. Oops, that's a big old paint booger going on right there. What else do we want to add on here? Nothing. I really like that you can see the paper pieces, so. No, call it done. Yeah, because I mean, I might add something more to it later, but yeah, I'm about done for today. Not sure how I want to finish it anyway. Eileen wants me to add some more red, but I like the red in the background. I'm not adding more red. Do a few pink splatters? No, thank you, Dorothy. See, that's what I think too, CB. I think it does have a lot of depth. Now I can add something to it. And it's grungy for sure. And I would definitely want to blacken the edges. I like the 8x8 size actually. So the first one we did, okay, this was probably, it was a blind 6 challenge, where I had to blindly pick 6 products with my eyes shut, and then I had to use those products to create a page, and that's what we did here. And on this one, my 6 products were raw sienna or raw umber, acrylic paint, this crazy processed cyan blue FW ink, Distress Oxide ink pad, Dilutions ink spray, Archival French Ultramarine permanent ink, and Magicals. So every one of these products went in to making this. And then on the first one, I really had funky colors to work with. I had the purple Dilution spray, yellow Magicals, magenta acrylic paint, this color green acrylic ink, and some Bo Bunny texture paste. So yeah, so the whole process, you just have to go through and figure out how to make it all work. So this is what we ended up with for the first page. That was raw umber. I assumed it was burnt umber. It was very dark for raw umber. Yeah. When it dried lighter though, Saphia. It really did. So this was the first page. And then this is the unfinished second page that we've done. So it's fun. Definitely outside of my comfort zone, but I like this one with the layers of paper. I really do like that. And I like how at the end I could come back and make that more apparent because I love that. So hi Momo, December Girl Langford. Thanks, Paula. It's been fun. It's been really fun. And Paula, I bought the did you get the Paul Rubens, Paula? The shimmery Paul Rubens paint. One thing I'm going to do on Monday for sure is try these on some watercolor paper. My voice is really going goofy. Eileen and I bought the black watercolor ground rather than having to buy the black paper. So I'm really eager to try these on the black watercolor ground. So Monday, and I have a project. I'm going to draw something on here before Monday, so that I can use these. I do love these paints, but I just don't know that I have a whole hell of a lot of use for them. They were definitely a splurge I didn't need. So thanks for coming, you guys. I definitely want to see how that black watercolor ground works. And this one has no shimmery, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the black watercolor ground works. I really am. Yeah, this one definitely has a grunge sort of look. So anyway, I wish Ange was streaming tonight, but she's not. So I don't know. We'll just see you guys somewhere around. I might end up having to put those on there. Anyway, go have some fun. Eat a good meal. That's what I intend to do. So I'll see you guys later. Bye now.